was 6, and what you did wasn't fair. I'm just letting you know I don't appreciate that. Good morning, everyone. So happy to be here with you again on this Martin Luther King Sunday and this Martin Luther King service at this very important time, very important hour, this very important pulpit. As we say every year, this church stands as a beacon around the country for the embodiment of what beloved community means. So in 2024, the Martin Luther King theme, social justice and beloved community, social justice and beloved community. Our own founder, Howard Thurman, talks about nature. And you've heard it, the rhythm. Nature, there's a rhythm to nature. And that we as human beings, as a part of nature, take on some of those embodiments. That nature is selfish in this way. It wants to survive. And the way that nature survives is through interaction. We as human beings are selfish in that way. We want to survive. The way we survive is through interaction. We cannot live as human beings alone. We need each other to survive, just as a fact, not the feeling part of it, just as a fact of being. We need each other to survive. And our founder said that even we can survive even when we communicate with each other, which is our food of nature. We can survive by communicating even badly to each other. We can be mean to each other and the human being will still survive. We can beat and torture each other and the human being will still survive. But if we ignore each other, we atrophy and die. But what's the best way for the human being to survive and to thrive as human beings? Is it to be mean to each other, or is it to recognize each other as the facts of what we are and who we are, which are human beings? When I look at each of you, I see me. Why? And how? Because I see other human beings that I am interacting with. Hopefully, when you see me, you see another human being whom you can interact with. You can see we're human beings. Just basic. If we recognize just that at bottom, we become members of the beloved community. Why? Because the safest place physically for any of us to be, as Dr. Thurman stated, is in another person's heart. So that if I care for you, if I recognize you as I recognize myself, I don't want to injure you or hurt you because I don't want to injure and hurt myself. That at bottom is the predicate for building a thriving human community. That's the argument. And that's what beloved community is. Recognizing each and every person as you would recognize yourself. They can help you, you can help me, we can help each other. Recognize that and thrive. Right? Social justice. We need to interact. We have to interact to survive. The social part of it. The justice part of it is just recognizing each other within ourselves. You recognizing me recognizing you as a part of the human family. Justice, social justice, that and beloved community. That's what beloved community is. And that's why we have this theme. This is a big close to 10 years ago, or a little more than 10 years ago, I guess, because we had the same teacher, the late Dr. James Anthony Noel, who passed in 2016, was our teacher at the San Francisco Theological Seminary and at the Graduate Theological Union together. Upon his passing, we decided to abscond with his teacher, and that is the late Charles Houston Long. Now, some of you who were here in 2018 saw Charles Long here with us in this very pulpit, seated where Raymond is to preach the 2018 Howard Thurman homily. And we took Dr. Long and decided to take him for our own, and thus became a very close and personal friendship. As part of that close and personal friendship, we decided to kidnap our big brother, who is here with us and the co-founder of this King and Faith series, our own Dr. Dwight Nathaniel Hopkins, who is the Alexander Campbell Professor at the University of Chicago. And Dr. Hopkins decided to take two young bucks under his wing and to help us to grow in our space. And he has co-founded this series, so I appreciate him taking a few days out of his time to come to San Francisco and be with us. Dr. Hopkins. Second is we had a wonderful time this year in launching what is the Northern California Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Foundation's new program, the Center for Social Impact, Development, and Social Engagement, with an organization called the Public Interest Technology University Network, a network of 70 or so leading colleges and HBCUs that centers the engagement of technology that's in the public interest. And we had an AI conference this year, beginning on Thursday evening into Friday and tomorrow, with leading thinkers Sophia Noble from UCLA and Latanya Sweeney and Katie Knight. These three are the leaders, the veritable leaders in the space of technology, data privacy, ethics, and the like. And we have a representative from the Public Interest Technology University Network who has come all the way from Virginia with us. Kip Dooley, would you raise your hand? And then I would be remiss before I give a brief biography of Ray's work. I would be remiss if I did not recognize my dad and my stepmother, the Reverend Dr. Karita King Grizzell, as our pastor had mentioned, and my dad, the Reverend Martin Grizzell there. All right, our 2024 Howard Thurman homily speaker. Dr. Raymond Carr is the director of the Codex Charles H. Long Papers at the Moses Mesoamerican Archive and Research Project at Harvard University, and he's the incoming president of the very influential Society for the Study of Black Religion. His most recent work, a 3-volume project entitled Theology in the Mode of Monk, engages two of the most influential theologians of the 20th century, Karl Barth, the Swiss Protestant theologian, and James Hal Cone, the father of Black theology in America and the teacher of Dr. Dwight Nathaniel Hopkins. Carr employs an aesthetic of thinking of jazz legend Thelonious Monk to reconceptualize and restructure and advance the theologies of both thinkers. But more than that, he himself is a creative theologian who builds upon these ideas and these thoughts and layers on top of them a unique way for us to engage with ourselves and our God in a very unique and rhythmic way. He himself comes from Petersburg, Virginia, a few ticks north of where my father's paternal family came from, but he's also known apparently as a breakdancer. And so he said the backflip standing straight on, and do the whole thing, but he never really showed me that. He decided to be a theologian instead. So I'm very thankful for my brother. Now, every year we give a specially made stole to our Howard Thurman homily speaker. This year we do have this stole that is coming all the way, as you know, from Marseille, France. And so once it is here, we will confer this stole on Raymond Carr, and there we will have our 2024 Howard Thurman homily stole to present to him when it arrives. It is being made as we speak. And so I am very happy and honored to present to you our 2024 Howard Thurman homily speaker, Dr. Raymond Carr.